On this week's breaking news, LEGO has some controversy behind their latest Star Wars build. LEGOLAND has just built their largest theme park, and F1 has got its own trophy out of LEGO. All that and much more on this week's breaking news. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brick, my newest venture into the AFL merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brickwear brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore AFL or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brickwear page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brickwear, where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego.
Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brick. I'm your host Garrett, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFLs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things that are happening in the LEGO community each week. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast on any of your favorite podcast listening apps, and also over on YouTube, which we're just about to reach 5,000 subscribers, which is crazy, and it's going to be helpful if you go over to Back to Brick on Instagram, because my account is still suspended. So that's 75,000 people that just kind of disappeared, and I'm only at about 300. So let's begin the climb back up, I guess, or figure out what's next. We'll figure it out, but let's get to that. And if you really want to support Back to Brick, you can go be a patron over at our Patreon channel. And I would love your support to become a LEGO Stud behind the scenes member, getting the podcast early. And unfortunately, not a little early this week. It definitely was a little later to put this podcast out, just based on the fact that I was out of town. I was doing commission work, and I really apologize. I think time just got away from me, and it's definitely been an interesting couple weeks for me to get back into, well, the LEGO scene. So I hope that you are able to understand that, and I will still continue to provide the news. This one was just a little late, and the next one will be coming out on time this coming Friday. So that's all of the news I have this week. For our set reviews, we're going to be doing set 010357, the Shelby Cobra 427 SC as the official LEGO set, and our mock will be the Daedalus class battle cruiser MIDI scale, created by Creation Caravan. It's a alternate build from the Millennium Falcon set for Stargate Atlantis. So I'm very excited to talk about that, because I love Stargate, and I just love seeing LEGO builds that are alternates. All right, let's get into this week's breaking news. First up, LEGO Transformers set 10358 Soundwave has been announced. This is an 18 plus set at 1,505 pieces, and it'll cost $190 and be available on August 1st. What's I think fun about this set is it comes with 3 complete figures. One, of course, is the Soundwave, the large scale, but it's got 2 other one is a little flying pterodactyl style, and another is looks like a little dog to it. And they all transform down into a cassette player. The 2 animals turn into cassette tapes, and then the cassette player is, Soundwave. So you can even put the cassettes in there, and there's a little sound brick to activate it. I'm surprised that they haven't done Megatron yet, but this one probably will come next. But it's nice to have another Decepticon to go with this, since we did have just 2 of the Autobots. So I'm guessing Megatron is next in the list. But really fun, and will be available August 1st. LEGO Friends is coming out with a live movie, a musical special. It's going to be written and directed by Ortega, best known for the High School Musical, Descendants, and Hocus Pocus, and he's very excited. I mean, he says, "I don't know who's more excited, my family or me. We are a LEGO-loving household and received this invitation from the LEGO Group to join them, and their first live-action musical is an absolute honor. Also, being able to produce alongside the wonderful team at Final Pixel, leading in virtual production, has me overjoyed, and I'm thrilled to have my longtime creative partner, Paul Becker, alongside. It's the first time LEGO's doing a live-action. They've done the animated stuff before, so I wonder how this is going to go. I mean, musical and Friends is definitely a good alignment for that. So we'll have to stay tuned for that in 2026. I don't know if I'll be seeing it. I did love High School Musical, but I'm going to be 34 at that point. So I doubt I'll be watching this one. LEGO Insiders Day was this past weekend and continues until the 17th. And there's a bunch of different discounts ranging from 25 to 30% off. Some things like the Viking Village, Over the Moon with Pharrell Williams is 20% off, Blacktron, the Milky Way Galaxy, Daily Bugle. And if you don't have these sets, it's the perfect time to get them. There's still some gifts with purchase as well, so you can go get those alongside and getting those extra insiders discount. This is because of Prime Days that has happened this past week. I missed out on one of those Prime deals, but guess what? Things happen constantly. They want you to buy. So this is a insiders week, but likely to see more discounts here as we come up on the holiday season. Now, this is a bit of a sore subject because this is probably what got my account deleted over on Instagram, but the Star Wars builds and for August 1st. So the biggest one, though, is a controversy behind the Republic Juggernaut, which it's the Republic turbo tank. I don't know why they changed the name for it, but it seems to not be that strong. It has a connection point for the roof section that connects between two main structures, but there's nothing holding it. So if you have the doors open or anything and want to pick it up, it just drops. This is supposed to be a playset build, not a display build. And, you know, some display builds are a little bit, fragile, but not to the extent, especially for a play one, that you can't pick it up and play with it. So, and not only that, it's shrink gate and the prices are higher. So this is just another piece of the puzzle that they need to work out and figure out why that they have just lacked in the quality, continuing to push more and more out without actually going through and understanding like, hey, we need some more quality checks to make sure this all works well. LEGO also just revealed the newest figure, the Wicket the Ewok. It's going to be $130 and it's 23 centimeters tall, which I think is like maybe just under a foot. It's 1,010 pieces and it even has a 1-to-4 build together. So I'm guessing that they have different sections that you can build, like legs and the arms to it. And looking to be, I think, about $100 come August 1st. Now, personally, it looks funny, but so do all the characters like this. I mean, Chewie was pretty funny looking. It's hard to do this. Droids are far easier to do. It does come with a minifigure for it. It's a 12 plus set. So if you're a collector of these and just want an Ewok that's a Lego, this is a set that you'll probably want to get. Wicked is coming out with its first 18 plus set, and it is with minifigures. This is a Glinda and Elphaba bookends. We've got Elphaba having her green bookend and Glinda having her pink, and it includes 6 total minifigures. And of course, we're going to get Glinda and Elphaba and the Wizard and a few others. And the bookends, of course, have their own little flair to them, where we've got Glinda has the inside is like a castle where she's now transformed into her, hold on, I gotta get a brick separator. I'll be right back.
Are you a descendant of America's emancipated slaves, otherwise known as the Freedmen, Foundational Black Americans? Then Freedmen's Affairs Radio is your home for real talk, where history, culture, politics, and economics collide to shape our future. Every Tuesday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, we bring unfiltered commentary and deep insight into the Black American experience. Past, present, and future. Come join the conversation. Tap in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. This is Freedmen's Affairs Radio, where the lineage speaks.
Her magical self, and then Elphaba having her green side and the Emerald City to it, and the book, of course, of spells. Very cool. I mean, it's going to be $130 and come out on September 1st. I'm looking forward to seeing part 2 of the movie, not for good because they keep changing the movie title, but having minifigures, I think, is going to make people very happy. LEGO fans can now go over to Legoland Windsor and get a 1-to-1 scale of the McLaren MCL39 from the Formula Series. It's over 400,000 bricks and weighs 2,420 kilograms. It took over 1,800 hours to build, and it looks just like the mini one that we got in Speed Champions. So you can actually go into their new section, the Formula and Racing area, and see this. And I wonder if they'll let you sit in it. I hope so, because it definitely is built for you to feel like you're going racing in an F1 vehicle. So head over to Legoland Windsor to enjoy that. The LEGO Group is continuing in its upscale journey of minifigures, but we're not really sure exactly what they're going to come out with, but they've talked about a few and shown it. One is a firefighter. It's a fire station with the fire truck that they rebuilt with this little minifigure fighting fire inside the head of a firefighter, a construction worker, similarly going through a construction phase in the hat, and then a farmer laying in a field on the hat as well. These upscaled figures are not going to be available right now. I don't know if they ever will, but it's fun to see some of the other creative ways that we can build large-scale minifigures, as a lot of people do over on Rebrickable as well. One Piece is on its way here soon, and they actually had some of the stars come on and check out their minifigures as well as the sets, and they're coming out with some other fun aspects to it on August 1st. There's going to be at the Lala Port locations in Japan. We'll be hosting a One Piece event from the 25th through August 17th, where they've got some different giveaways. This shopping center is going to have some buildable sets areas and play section to it. It's a whole little realm where they've got the main ship and a stage show for it, and then you can even build a little devil fruit, gum fruit, and you can get a straw hat for One Piece with the Lego logo on it, and then another pirate minifigure. I think that one is which one is that? I actually don't know. I think it's just a random one for it. But One Piece, I actually did take the chance to watch it on Netflix, and it was fun. It's I think it's going to be better in anime, so I need to go check a couple episodes of those out, because there's way too many to watch. But a lot of people are definitely going to be running to get these sets come August 1st. Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann has received a custom LEGO game vehicle from a fan. Neil Druckmann, who is the creator for Last of Us, has released the Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, and a fan actually built this futuristic Porsche Lego ship, and it's pretty cool to have fans give that to creators who are inspired by this stuff, and I think that he's really enjoying it, as he posted some photos online saying like, hey, I appreciate this, and it's definitely showing that the game's making some fun impact. With LEGO's collaboration with F1, at the British Grand Prix in Silverstone, they decided that they were going to make the trophies out of Lego. There were a total of 4 trophies, first, second, and third, and then another really cool one that's black. I'm not really sure. I can't remember which of that one represents, but of course, gold, silver, and I think the other one's silver, but a little smaller with blue instead of a red stripe like second. And it is really cool to see these. There are over 2,717 pieces, and it's 27 inches tall. They're all chromed out for the gold, which, I mean, we don't have those pieces, so Lego definitely either made them or painted them. And it was really cool because Lando Norris, a huge fan of Lego, won that race, so he got to have that really cool trophy for it. Now, there was some behind the scenes talking about it, and it didn't really survive very well after the fact, because, well, Lego breaks unless they really built it well, but it's an exciting time to win a race. Lando Norris goes on to state that, what am I supposed to do now? He continues, everything's going to be boring after this, right? I feel like I can really feel when something's once in a lifetime. If I don't invest my whole self into this, when am I ever going to get the chance again? So really fun that he is a big Lego fan and got to hold up the trophy after he's won an F1 race. Not only is the F1 trophy very exciting for, well, them to have won, but guess what? You can actually build it yourself. The Formula One trophy, somebody recreated over on Rebrickable, so you can go and purchase that and create your own Lego version of it. Now, it's not fully chromed out, but it's definitely in the right direction of having your own. You can get the set right now for the instructions for free, but it'll cost you about $140 to get these types of pieces. So there's even some pieces that you're going to probably going to need to get over at Pick-a-Brick, which will cost you upwards of like $20. So go over and Rebrickable and get those instructions for free so you can build your trophy. Jurassic World had some sets come out for their latest movie. Now, I wasn't a big fan, but a lot of people really enjoyed it. And actually, Jonathan Bailey, who's in Wicked and in this film as the scientist who's way too attractive to be a paleontologist, actually rebuilt one of the sets, not using instructions. And it's fun to see exactly how he built it. He talked with a young fan. He talked with a young fan about how he went and built the Spinosaurus and Quetzalcoatlus air mission without instructions. Thankfully, some of the work had already been done, although that didn't stop him from putting the Spinosaurus's arms backwards. It was fun to see this creation together over on the promotion of the movie, but integration with Lego and these fun characters is always an enjoyable thing since movies definitely align that. Although we haven't seen anything for Superman and we've only seen one for Fantastic Four, so they got a lot for Jurassic World. I wish they would do some more for some of these other big movies. Lego is headed to San Diego Comic-Con. Yep, that's the annual event over in San Diego, which is the largest Comic-Con in, I think the world. And they are likely to come out with exclusive sets. They've done this in the past, and I don't remember the last one they came out with, but it's definitely a way to make people really excited, come to the booth, see something new. So hopefully we'll see some new sets there as well, and see what the raffle is going to be for some of these exclusive sets. And they always sell for extremely high prices later, unless you want to keep it and really enjoy it for yourself. LEGO DREAMZZz Season 3 Part 2 has released their trailer. You can actually watch the first part of Season 3 over on the LEGO DREAMZZz YouTube channel, which has already released 10 episodes of the season, and now you can actually wait for the next 10 that'll be coming out very shortly. And these episodes align with some of the sets that we've already gotten, such as the Mateo and Cyberbrain mech, as well as the Nightmare Shark submarine. So look out for those, as the DREAMZZz is coming very, very soon at the end of this next month. Legoland has just opened their largest park ever in Shanghai, and it's a completely new and exciting experience, including a Monkey Kid Land, since it's such a big proponent over in the Asian marketplace. They talked about how the continued expansion in Legolands around the world really brings people the joy of being with Lego. Our purpose in Merlin Entertainment is to bring people together to create memorable experiences for families around the world. And celebrating this, it's done a whole weekend from July 5th through July 13th, where they could do some fun and decorations, different experiences, exclusive offers to it. There's even a Monkey Kid restaurant. So if you want to hit another Legoland, you got to head over to Shanghai. Lego's teaming up with the WWF out in Denmark. This is based on a Planet Proposed Design guidelines that is going to expand to create new Lego sets, stores, and experiences, but really focusing on the sustainability, such as with products as well as the packaging. They've already started that, of course, with some of our sets with the paper bags, but now this new guidance is going to show how the research has shown that 83% of kids aged between 5 and 12 said they care about protecting the environment, and they really want to make that impact at Lego, as we've said over the years, and they continue to do so. But getting this is really interesting to see the young impact from kids and how it'll move forward, not only in this company, but in the future of many. Lego Masters. I'm not a big fan. That they treated us like garbage, and it's a reality TV show. But they're coming out with a Lego Masters Junior spin-off. It comes out on August 18th, and I just hope that they treated them better, since they are all kids. And one of the hosts is Kelly Osbourne instead of Will Arnett and Nick Cannon for the next season of Lego Masters. And they'll still have the designers such as Amy Corbett and Boone Langston as the show judges. So I'm interested to see how this will go. There's a total of 5 teams and the juniors, and talking about how the kids are definitely going to interact, and they have their parent with them to help and build in the process. So look out for that. It'll be on Hulu after it airs on Fox, but we'll see. This is a US TV show. It's going to be a semi-reality kids show. The Bricklink Designer Program Series 9 palette is out. You can go over to the Bricklink Designer Program or the studio to see this new palette of what bricks that you can use for the new design program. Now, that'll actually start on September 15th, so you've got some time to go and build and design yours based on that series so that you can have it ready to go for the next design process. So I have a few that I'm working on I need to get back to so that I can purchase these sets and build them so that we can have a really interactive way of playing and maybe even make it commercial, something cool. So that's probably going to be my week here in the next 2 weeks to get that done. LEGO Insiders actually can go to an F1 race in Las Vegas. And the Insiders Days, it's part of that like promotion for it. And you'll go between November 20th to the 22nd. You'll go to the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, stay there and get to see the race. And of course, interact with, I don't know the drivers, but you'll see the LEGO cars and the experience that'll be there. So fingers crossed that your submission will get you there and go enjoy an F1 race in Las Vegas. All right, everyone, that's all we have for this week's breaking news. Thank you all for tuning in, as always, and I'll make sure to get this out earlier and on time this next week, but I appreciate all of your patience and understanding. Make sure to subscribe to this. Make sure to leave a review for the podcast if you like it, and even if you don't, and that will help me adjust and make sure that I get the podcast right for everybody to really enjoy. All right, let's move into our set reviews. Our first one is set 10357, the Shelby Cobra 427 SC, or 427 SC. I don't know why that they had to do that. It's an 18 plus set at 1,241 pieces. You'll get 1,040 insiders points, and it is $160. It does have 13 ratings as of now for 4.5 stars. It's 4 inches high by 6 inches wide by 12 inches long. Part of the classic series that they've been doing with a lot of the cars. The only thing, it looks similar to the Mustang as it's in a dark blue and white striped car. Now, that is the classic colorings of it. I think they should have changed the colors on the Mustang instead of this to like a dark green and black like Bullet, but alas, they did not. But this has some great details to it. The perfectly curved sections on the rear, mud guards and framing, and then the front as well. It's really fun that the grill is sloped down for the air intake, and it does have these little golden hot dogs to do an outline for it. The bonnet has the little cap sections to it where the pins go, because then it lifts upwards forward. It only has the single roll cage bar behind the driver. There's even a little signed plaque on the inside showing Shelby, and there's even a $100 bill on the dashboard, which talked about, as far as I know, the legend goes, is that he put $100 on the dash, and if you could catch it, but as he accelerated, well, then you get to keep the car. Or I think it's either that or you reach up and try to get it after he's accelerated, because the force would just force you back in your seat. It's a beautiful car. I love when they do these. Because they really capture some of the classic vehicles that we all know and love. There's even a trophy in the back as well as a mechanic's kit. So at $160, it's a little bit more expensive at only 1,241 pieces. Comes with some of the bigger pieces. They usually start basing everything by weight, as we've started to see. But if you're a car fan, this is a classic American vehicle. Now, our set review for Rebrickable. It's the Daedalus class battlecruiser midi scale. This is an alternate build from the Millennium Falcon set 75375 by Creation Caravan, or Brad Barter. It's $7 for the instructions, and it's 641 pieces. And it looks just like it. It's from Stargate Atlantis. It has some interesting aspects similar to what you'd see like Battlestar Galactica or some classic sci-fi ships. It's very much like an aircraft carrier. It has 2 winglet sections where you have the fighters that can come out, a long nose section, and then a upper deck area for like the communications network. And if you've never seen Stargate, I highly recommend it. This ship does capture it really well, and there's so many alternate builds by Creation Caravan that I think you would enjoy. And if you have one of the Millennium Falcon sets and you're tired of seeing that one, you can build this and many others to it. But for Stargate fans, this is definitely one of a kind ship that I think a lot of us would have loved if they got the license for it to build something just like this. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Thank you again for sticking around and listening to the reviews. And I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.